What's up, beautiful people? Listen, I am leaving Barnes and Nobles. I just picked up the book, Building Your Story Brand 2.0. They revamped this classic by Donald Miller. I'm actually going to be using it to create some content surrounding branding and building a brand in general. But the thing I wanted to talk to you about real quick is when I was leaving the store, I looked around and saw how many books they had on the shelves, y'all. I was just amazed as far as business and marketing and branding, that little section. But then something told me to take a step back and just look around to see all the different things that they offer. And so while I was checking out, I asked the lady, I said, how many different books do you guys carry? And she told me, she said, we have 2.2 million titles, guys. 2.2 million at the location. In the store, there's 2.2 million options. And it just made me think about how many times so many of us are nervous about doing the thing that we feel called to do or doing the thing that we want to do because we believe that it's too many people already doing it. Listen, y'all, with 2.2 million titles, you would think writing a book would be an unnecessary thing to do. Well, Donald Miller just got a sale, right? He didn't run an ad. He didn't I don't know. I needed the book, right? And so I think that's one of the things that you got to realize is the thing that you're doing, the thing that you feel called to do, there is an audience already out there that needs your voice, right? Whether you're doing something that someone else is doing or talking about something someone else is talking about, no one can be authentically you like you can. And that is what you bring to the market. A lot of times people lose themselves overthinking about what sets me apart, what makes me different. And the truth is, it is you, right? Because no matter how hard you try, even if you want to be like somebody else, it ain't gonna work. And so for some of us, we're seeing a delay in progress because we are trying so hard to do it like somebody else, right? We're trying so hard to let me get it perfect. I see this person's putting out this type of content, this person doing that type of content. I just spent the last probably 3 months redesigning my home office to create content, redesigning my studio's office to create content. And honestly, me sitting in this car talking to you right now has been one of the easiest strategies for me to create content, right? And so that's something we got to think about, is how can we be authentically ourselves and know that even if there's 2.2 million options, there is space on the shelf for what you offer, right? It's space on the shelf for what you offer. The only issue is you're not doing the work. And so I guarantee you guys, if you don't put what you're supposed to do out in the world, of course, you will never be needed. You will never be chosen. Let me say that. You'll never be chosen if you don't give people the opportunity to invest in what you've done. And so I challenge you, if anybody out there is feeling discouraged, I challenge you to try to do the thing that you were supposed to do and let God work it out, right? Put in the work and watch God make room for you. The Bible says your gifts will make room for you, right? But it ain't just hoping and thinking about them. It's not just us writing down things or putting things in our notes or creating content that we never post. It's literally, we have to work in our gifts. The Bible also says faith without works is dead. And so, y'all, we're in a season where it's time to work. It is time to put in the work, regardless of how long you've been thinking about it. Some of us have been having ideas since COVID. When COVID sat us down and everybody was losing their jobs and they paused the loans, thank God for that, and a lot was going on, everybody started brainstorming on what else could I be doing on this earth. And some of us had some great ideas. Some of us, it clicked, right? But then guess what? They unlocked the cities. They let people back outside, and we got caught back in the rat race of just trying to figure out everyday life. And so I want you to know, if you're still thinking about it, if you're still thinking about that thing over and over and you can't find a way to get it off your brain, you wake up in the morning and you're thinking about it, and you go to bed at night and you're thinking about it, that just might be God speaking to you. And he's waiting on you to move on something he's planted inside of you, right? And so guys, don't worry about the 2.2 million, right? There's a place for all of them. There's a reader. Ooh, see, and this is what you don't understand. 2.2 million titles in the store, but imagine how many readers there are, right? And I think that's where we make the mistake, is we're comparing to the 2.2 million instead of looking at the probably billions of people who are reading, right? If not hundreds of millions, but billions of people who are reading, and we're stuck on the 2.2 million, right? And so look, listen, whatever you want to do, I encourage you to do it. I didn't introduce myself, but if you're new here, my name is Daryl Lewis. I am a full-time photographer, media company owner, studio owner. I used to be a pharmacist, and then I transitioned into what I love, and that transition was hard for me. But I made it happen, and I'm using my resources and my voice to encourage other people to do the same. I have recently started a community. You'll see the link in the bio. I focus on helping photographers and videographers and content creators, and really anybody with a vision. I help coach people to how to make it a reality, how to figure out the business side of things, how to actually make what you have in your head come into fruition, right? And so if you're looking for a community of people who are grinding, who are working, who are figuring things out together, I encourage you to click the link below, and I look forward to seeing you inside. Peace.